When you get there, that sternum right now boop, 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 is in front of that leg. That part comes forward. And this stays here. Oh, it's a funny thing, ballet. This has to stay right, and that has to stay right. Okay, feel it?
Yes.
Feel it?
Yes, it's tight.
Yeah. You brought the sternum. You've got 3 legs now. This is forward a little bit. Pull up more. You thought you were pulled up. Okay, here we go. This is lifted up, but it comes forward. My name is Peggy Wallace. Now that 3rd leg is helping hold you. And I teach ballet. Okay. Did that mean anything to any of you? Are you going to use it? Or you're just going to waste my time?
For some reason, I think she's from France.
Lovely, lovely. That's what I want. A little bit of elegance. Now don't lift your shoulders. Peggy is P-E-G-G-I-E, and this was first spelt wrong in the papers in New Zealand, from where I'm from, and I rather liked it.
I think she must have been a dancer for a long time.
She doesn't tell us much, but I can tell she was probably really good.
Oh, I was going to be the greatest dancer in the world. Toured New Zealand twice, and that gave me the money to study to go to Australia. And then I was in the dancing years, Ivor Novello's great musical, and in Gay Rosalinda in Australia. And that gave me the money to go to England.
She says, my dancing took me around the world.
My hips were never good, and I was never a great dancer. And so I thought, okay, if I'm not going to be a great dancer, I'm going to be a great teacher. And I really studied all over the world for that. What brought me to the United States was actually to get married. I met my Bob in England, and then, applied to come here. It was, this was quite a few years ago. They were wanting art here in the country. And so that's why I came here, to be with my Bob. We're going to do your pliés. We're going to mark them through first and think about what you're doing.
And then she came here. I'm not quite sure why she stayed.
We came to Arkansas in 1990, and we fell in love with the area. I had retired then. I had over 750 students, which I pretty well taught all by myself, 6 days a week. And I was tired of it. And I think Bob was tired of me being Miss Peggy, too. And I was very ill 3 weeks after I got here. And I was in Bates Hospital, and the volunteer came to see Bob, said, well, we'll volunteer when Peggy's better. And so she came to see me, and I said, well, I'm not very good at anything. I had my own business. Well, what business is that? Well, I taught ballet. Well, she nearly got into bed with me. Tighten that, lift, head up, head up. Yeah. Here. Go on, longer. I would come in from teaching for nearly the first 2 years and say, Bob, this is dreadful. These children can't even walk. They were very, and you just had to bring them out of that. Just a minute, Miss Debbie. For some of you, it was a little bit boring. I don't want to go to sleep. So when you go here, I give you my heart. Here, I give you my heart. And you've got to do it with all of you, not just blah. Ready? Perform. Give. Give. Foot, knee. Hear the music. Give.
Sometimes Mrs. Peggy says, feel beautiful, and then sometimes you're just standing there and you do feel beautiful. You know, I can't get my hair in a bun, but I can kind of think, like the girls who can get their hair out of their way, they kind of feel like everything's pushed back so you can just be pretty. So, yeah.
Now, en trois derrière is a beat and change of 1 foot up. Think about it. Go. Derrière. Pied semblé. En trois devant. Pied semblé. En trois devant. Sit down and do your own stretch for a minute. Well, you mustn't give them stuff too hard, and you must get them to love it before you can start drilling it in. Again, entrechat, one leg up, because it's derrière. It's amazing to me how it happens. Entrechat, sang devant, same beat, but the front foot up. I will get up and demonstrate something very poorly. Mariah, I'll show you what you're heading for. Then I'll pick out the girl that does it the best, point out what is correct, and then we just grow from each other. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and a 5 and a 6, 7 and 8. Understand it?
Kind of.
No, we don't want kind of. Okay. Just do it slowly. I tell them it's not a bed of roses. They have to have determination. Just you work it out. You make a few mistakes. Work this brain. I'd rather you stop and thought about it and made your mind work than copy someone.
It's so good for you because it's all your brain. And I never used my brain in ballet. I was like, oh, well, I'll just do it. You don't need your brain for ballet. But it's all brain because you have to know what she's saying to do it.
We talk a lot about muscle memory, both the muscle up here called the brain and the muscles particularly in the inner thighs.
You'll feel it. She'll always say, do you feel it here? And sometimes I'm like, no, I don't feel it there at all. And she's like, well, turn out your back leg, rotate, pull up, and then you'll feel it. And you know you're doing it right. But if you don't feel it, you're probably not doing it right.
Come on, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's one of the things that takes a long time. Push the bun forward of the right leg, yeah. As you get there, push the bun forward of your right leg and inner thigh forward. Inner thigh, inner thigh. I say, everyone look at yourselves, you're all a bit different. And they must learn that they all don't have what I call the gifted bodies. And stab, hold, 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 and go. That was good, Grace.
I was a chubby little girl and really was awful. And I remember going to class one day and telling Miss Peggy, I want to do the exam and I want you to get me ready. A lot of it was just mentally saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then a lot of it was practice at home, that every day I would take an hour, half an hour, whatever I had, and took the music, took the book, and worked it out, and made my feet turn out, and made it be right. And but a lot of it's mental. If you give up and just I don't want to do it, then you're not going to do it. If you tell yourself this is what you want, and if you're willing to work for it, then it definitely can happen.
Good girl. Good girl. PK, PK, lilt. Yeah, you lilt on that. PK, PK, lilt, lilt, step, jump. Then you hold that then. Then you've got that leg ready to come through. Try the whole thing again. Just that part. Go practice it. It's consistency, which is not around very much today. And you hold that. Yes. Try it again. They're afraid of boring people. We use the word boring because if you're doing it so much that you're bored, you're going to get good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And up and up. Use your head, it won't fall off. 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and a 4. Careful, Taylor. 5, 6. I love you too. 8.
She says, I love you too, but we don't say, I love you to her. So I think she thinks that, I don't really know. It's kind of funny how she says that.
Usually whenever she says that, it's because someone has been corrected and they didn't really want that correction.
I think she thinks you can do it better, and she does love us.
Ooze. Don't strain there. Ballet's got to look easy, even if it's hard. Correction is a gift. I expect your best. Good. Honesty pays off. All right, come around me. Sit down. Are you looking forward to the medals? Yes. I am. I'm very excited.
Medals is when it's kind of like a test to see if you're good enough, but you get a medal. You can either get bronze, silver, or gold. I don't call it a competing thing. It's to do it against yourself, see how good you've gotten.
It's a chance to show other people what you've been taught.
I'm a little bit nervous because there's going to be a crowd.
The lady from New York comes and she watches how good you are, and then you get the medals.
And Mrs. Furman, the judge, will call our name and we'll run onto the stage and do our dances.
I've never met her before. I don't know how she is, so I'm just waiting to see her.
My name is Mignon Furman, and I am the director and the founder of the American Academy of Ballet, which is an organization for teachers. I go to many countries and many states to judge the performances. I see all levels, all levels. But I came here and I saw a whole school of children that were absolutely trained to the nth degree. I was blown away. I'm amazed. I talk about Miss Peggy to so many people all over the world and tell the standard that I've seen here. She can't really walk, and yet she has this quality of movement. The kids move beautifully, they move lightly. And they travel, they cover ground. And they have this wonderful quality of feeling. Some of her girls have gone on to great things, and they are acknowledged as being beautifully trained, not only by me, but by everybody in the outside world when they travel anywhere.
That's tightened, see, that's sickle, see, it goes down there. Don't sickle it. Feel it? Mm-hmm. See, it doesn't want to do it. See, it's complaining. Yeah. And attitude to the right, that's it, Grace. Yeah.
I think it's Miss Peggy's years of experience and the years that she's learned how to impart the knowledge by saying the right words and demanding the right response from the children.
And not the height of the leg, it's how you do it. You'll see girls with their legs up around their necks, but if any other part of the body is moving, it's not doing any good. Let's try it with the music.
We love watching her face whenever she's watching someone else dance.
That's it, little brown.
It's just so like alive. I mean, that's when we see her the happiest, is whenever she's watching people dance.
Oh, happy birthday. You made up for it. One slow roll is your lump, and two quick, two. Oh, I just wish I could get up and dance now. But I've had my day. I've had my day.
It's fun to tell people that my dance teacher is 86 years old.
Please, thank you, Miss Debbie. Lift. I would like to teach till I'm 90. Not the elbow, shoulders are different. But it all depends what these little girls are doing. That's it. And second. Front Annika.
You can kind of see when she's getting a little older, she's almost getting a little stricter.
What?
But I think that's a good thing for us because that's going to make us better. And it's going to be really hard when something happens because she's going to be the best teacher, I mean, I've ever seen, even in the whole world.
I come home exhausted a lot. Even when I'm not up teaching, I'm pushing them along. And I come home exhausted. Do it with confidence. Sometimes I'd like to give up. Thank you, sweetie pies. But then I think of all these little ones. Firstly, what would they do? So I can't.